score 40-36. While Judge Barbara Perez has it 39-37. All for the winner by unanimous decision, the crown jewel.
You know it's AB, always balling, always boarding, a lot of bills. You know what's going on, man. You know, shout out to Crown Jewels Boxing, man. You know, my people. You know, they get it in over there, straight up.
Lamar Peterson giving a shout out to CrownJewelBoxing.com.
What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Two things I want to come on and address tonight. The welterweight division is about to start a whole new era. It's about to change at the top how we know it, and it's going to be interesting. I'll get to that in a second, but first, I seen Devin Haney took to social media to say something about the fight in the crowd during Gervonta Tank Davis and Hector Luis Garcia's fight that caused a temporary stoppage in the action, and he kind of implied that the powers that be were cheating for Tank by stopping the action until they got that under control, saying he never seen that before. Well, as somebody that's been going to live fights since about, 1985, I've seen it on a few occasions where disturbances in the crowd stop a fight from happening until they get it under control. Sometimes that doesn't. If you're in a big arena and the fight happens far enough away from the ring, yes, they continue with the fight, as if nothing's happening, because it doesn't distract the fighters. But in this case, it happened at ringside. So when it happened at ringside and the fighters was distracted, it's only right to stop the action and get that under control. We are in Washington, D.C. We are in a time where guns are readily available to any and everybody. Anything could happen when a fight breaks out. So I think the commission did the right thing. Get things under control, because these fighters are already risking their lives in the ring. There's no need for them to put themselves in a position where something can happen outside the ring that could potentially pose a threat to them as well. So again, I think it's just Devin Haney showing that he's jealous, and I know it has to suck. You got all four belts, undisputed champion lightweight, and you got another guy in your division that's just a bigger draw, fights in front of a bigger audience and does bigger pay-per-view numbers than you. It has to suck, but it's the reality. Tank is just the bigger star. People love knockouts. Devin is a masterful boxer. I can appreciate the level of difficulty it takes to fight like him, but it's just not fan-friendly. The general public wants excitement. He's never going to be accused of being exciting. It is what it is. I'm sorry, Devin, as long as Gervonta Tank Davis is in your division, you're going to play second fiddle. Why? Because he's a much more entertaining fighter to watch than you. And at the end of the day, it's entertainment. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't knock the fact that this guy just happens to have more attention than you, and you throwing darts at him is not going to take fans from him and bringing them your way. It's only going to make people look at you like you have sour grapes and maybe push more people away from you. So just continue to do what you do. Handle your business in the ring and stop hating on the next man. You're the undisputed champ. You're working on a big deal to fight Lomachenko, correct? And looking to move up to 140 after that. Work on building your profile. You're not going to build your profile by trying to destroy his. It's just not going to happen. With that being said, on to the welterweight division. This is something, again, I say call me Jules Stradamus, because I called this a few years ago. I was in Bosey's dungeon because I took a heavyweight that I was working with at that time by the name of Rodney Brooks up there to spar for his pro debut. Boots was in there training, and they were just starting to talk about, him being a possible threat in the future to the Errol Spences of the world. And I told Boots then, I said, these guys are not going to fight you. And Bosey has come out and said the same thing. You're high risk, low reward. If they beat you, they're going to say you weren't ready. If you beat them, it knocks them off of their pedestal before they were really prepared to give it up. So I kind of told Boots then, once you become mandatory, Earl is going to vacate and move up to 154, and the division is going to be yours. True to form, Everybody talking about after Saturday how easy of a fight it would be for Errol. I beg to differ. Why is Errol going to 154? Because now we have word that they're finalizing the fight between him and Keith Thurman for his debut at 154. Again, not because he's scared, but it's just bad business to fight Boots at this time. It's too high of a risk for too little of a reward. But I'm excited because with Errol, undoubtedly is a big welterweight, and it probably is time for him to physically move up anyway. And we get to see these younger guys mix it up now. The Boots Ennis, the Virgil Ortizes of the world. You know, we get to see who's going to come out to be the leader of the pack now. Stan Jonas. I can't put Rashidi Ellis in that because he just knocked himself out of contention by taking a loss on Saturday. I'm hearing it may be Boots against his opponent for the vacant IBF title. So, again, I mean, it's exciting as a boxing connoisseur to see these young guys get a chance. It's a turnover now, and it seems like the era of the Terrence Crawford and the Errol Spence at welterweight has now come to an end. And we get to see these lions, these young lions, mix it up and see, you know, which cream is going to rise to the top. I'm calling it now. Jerron Boots Ennis is the business in the welterweight division. And when all said and done, the smoke clears, you're going to see Jerron Boots Ennis as the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. That's what I have for y'all tonight. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.